What's up, everybody? It's Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, talking Duke versus Arkansas Elite Eight matchup. Uh, really good game between these two teams. Both had incredibly impressive victories in their last game. Duke beating Texas Tech with an incredible second half offensive explosion, probably the most crisp that Duke offense has looked all year. They've always had the talent, but they haven't always played well within the system. But they were impressive in that matchup. Arkansas won just as impressively, but in a little bit of a different way. They just hounded Gonzaga on defense. They just didn't give them an inch of space to do anything. And Drew Timme had a good game for Gonzaga, but Chet Holmgren got in foul trouble, and really nobody else could do anything with Arkansas. They were led by J.D. Note and he scored 21 points on 29 shots. He was only 9 for 20, but I think Arkansas just loves the cojones to put up that many shots, and the team just thrives off his energy because he's also an incredible defensive player. They are also led by Williams and Wade, who were actually played probably better than Note, but just a solid team. And Arkansas, they've been good on defense all year. I think people are used to Eric Musselman, the Must Bus coached teams being kind of a pace and space offense, but this team has really been led by their defense. So Duke went up against the best defense in college basketball against Texas Tech. They passed that test with flying colors with how good they looked. I mean, Bonchero leads the way, but they had 5 players score in double digits. Roach was phenomenal. Wendell Moore played really well. When they're playing as well as they played on Thursday night, that Duke team, they could easily win the national championship. Like I said, they've always had the talent. They just always haven't played well within a system. And playing a defense like Texas Tech, which did test them and required them to actually think and play real offense and not just rely on their talent and athleticism, they passed that test with flying colors. So looking at the odds here, it's no surprise to see Duke as pretty heavy favorites, right? The OddsJam perfect line prices them at minus 170. The other side of it, Arkansas is priced at plus 150. If you did want to bet Arkansas money line, it would make sense to do so on WynnBet, Caesars, and BetMGM because that's where you would get the best odds. Looking at the point spread, Duke is 3.5 to 4 point favorites depending on where you look. The OddsJam perfect line prices them pretty much at even money at 3.5 point favorites. So when you get up to 4 for Arkansas, it's actually a pretty valuable bet. You can get that on BetRivers and Unibet. The OddsJam perfect line prices that at minus 117. The other side is priced at minus 108. And then as far as the total goes, it's at a pretty high number considering how well Arkansas just played on defense. But when you look at Duke's offense and what they did to Texas Tech, it makes sense. And that is priced at, depending on where you look, 146.5 all the way up to 147.5. So if you wanted to take the over, it makes sense to do so on FanDuel at minus 110 over 146. If you wanted to take the under, which is where I am personally leaning, it make sense to do so on BetMGM, DraftKings, and PointsBet. So starting with the total, since I'm here now, I do think this game goes under. As impressed as I was with Duke's offense in the second half, they only scored 27 points in the first half before just blowing up. They went the last 8 minutes of that game without missing a shot. While that is very impressive, it's unlikely that they'll have that hot of just shooting from outside, right? That's kind of the main thing. In that stretch they hit multiple three-pointers. They didn't miss a single one. It's hard to rely on that, obviously, going in a full 8 minutes without scoring. And Texas Tech's defense is definitely better than Arkansas's, but Arkansas is still really good. They have great individual defenders. J.D. Note, they play hard, and they're well coached by the Gus Bus, so the Must Bus. So I love this under 147.5. Regarding the spread, I am actually leaning towards Arkansas covering the 4 points on BetRivers and also Unibet. I think that the Duke, for the first time all year, had to play that way on offense, and I don't know if they have that in them again, especially on short notice. The Texas Tech defense, they played a zone, and the Duke just annihilated it. I don't know if Arkansas is going to go that route, and I do know that having all those days to prepare for Texas Tech, I think did Duke wonders. I now think it's going to be a different test going against Arkansas. To be fair, as well as Arkansas played on defense against Gonzaga, this Duke team is obviously different. They're way more athletic. They're way more talented overall. They just don't quite have, the system that Gonzaga has. But I love getting Arkansas +4. But my actual favorite play in this game, I'm taking Arkansas money line. I bet this on MGM at +155. I refuse to believe that we're living in a world where Coach K makes the Final Four in his final year coaching. I don't think they're going to quite have the reffing advantage that they had against Texas Tech. We all saw that picture of Coach K laughing with the ref. Arkansas has their player who's going to take 100 million charges like he did against Gonzaga, kind of part of what got Chet Holmgren in foul trouble. Also, some kind of questionable calls against Chet. Most of those were on defense, but still, I like Arkansas to win this game straight up and go to the Final Four. So that is where I'm placing my bet. I got this on BetMGM at +155. The OddsJam perfect line prices that at 150. As I said, I got it at +155. So a little bit of value there. And I just have faith in Arkansas to win this game. So that's my official bet. And all I did there was add it to my bet tracker, which is a completely free feature that OddsJam offers. You don't need to put down a credit card or anything like that. You just need to sign up, make an account on the OddsJam website, and then you get access to A, these odds page that I've been looking at, and B, the bet tracker, which is amazing. So definitely sign up. I would appreciate that. Other than that, as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So you can hit me up on Twitter or in the comments with any analysis. I would appreciate a like on the video and a subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. And that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching and have a good one.